So Ray J done apologized to Pastor Jamal Bryant for threatening to snatch him out the pulpit. Now, for those of you who don't remember, Ray J had threatened to snatch the man out the pulpit because of an interview that they had done for Jamal Bryant's podcast. Now, afterwards, I just want to point out to you that Jamal Bryant had some words of his own immediately following Ray J's outburst online. Dr. Jamal Bryant said this: "I was so grateful to recently interview one of the few mavericks of this generation, Ray J, who has been more impactful in many different fields, more than impactful in many different fields." And that is true about Ray J. Whether people, as unhinged as Ray J is or not, he does have quite a few great business things going for him. Anyway, Pastor Jamal continues and says, "It was both surprising and disheartening to wake up to unfounded threats and baseless accusations directed at me. As part of our commitment to honest dialogue, we ensured that specific comments with potential legal ramifications were edited out of the interview to safeguard the best interests of a brother beloved. Our Jamal Bryant podcast mission is to foster authentic and constructive conversations with thought leaders, and this episode was no exception. We are a live-to-tape production that ordinarily makes no edits. However, in the spirit of brotherhood, it was nixed with the agreement that no other adjustments would be made as the Jamal Bryant podcast, let's be clear, endeavors to be earnest and transparent on every episode. Though private agreements have now been brought into the public eye, I refuse to be embroiled in a battle that demeans our community and all that I stand for. I love my brother unconditionally, and I stand on my agreed promise, grace, and peace to you all." Now, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Again, from a public relations perspective, Jamal Bryant's response, however you feel about him personally, was spot on. This is how you carefully, de-escalate a situation or de-elevate. This is how you also still hold space for whatever that person, i.e. Ray J, may be experiencing and acknowledging it as real, but also be taking the power back from the situation at hand and simply stating where you stand and how you are going to be moving forward. To me, this is an emotionally mature, well thought out response, whether or not somebody wrote it for him or it came directly from his heart, because you know that he is, again, say whatever you want to say about the man, but he's an orator. He's an orator. He is a speaker. He knows how to, galvanize audiences. And so to me, this is the type of response that you really want to convey to de-escalate something like as unhinged as what Ray J was saying about snatching the man from the pulpit. And I've never been to any of Dr. Jamal Bryant's churches, but I would wager to think that I don't think that Ray J would make it far enough to the pulpit to snatch anybody out from the church, because I think that they probably got the people that's in the pews that's gonna be at the ready the moment they see Ray J stumbling through there. Okay, that's just what I think, but I don't know. Okay, because I don't go to the church. But what I can say is this was a good response. So let's hear what Ray J had to say, in response to what he initially.
I want to apologize to Jamal Bryant. It's not okay. Speaking that kind of language to a pastor is unbelievable. It's uncalled for. It's disrespectful. It's distasteful. It's disgraceful in every sense. I don't care what I said it for. No matter what prompted me to say that. And Pastor Bryant knows some of the stuff that I was going through. I mean, I was going through it in the interview. Look, first off, I want to take off the pulpit, and a pastor is being blasphemy or on that same level, whatever that means. It's not okay. My bad, Pastor Bryant. I apologize, man. I lost it. I'm human. People go through stuff, and I was very angry because I'm scared that some of the stuff I said that I wasn't supposed to say could affect me legally and stuff like that. So I just lost it, and I shouldn't have said words like that. Pray for me. If you would have me at your church next time you are fellowshipping, I would love to come through and pray with you in person, pray with you with the whole church. I apologize to the whole Newburgh, saying I'm going to snatch somebody off the pulpit.
So he writes this, Pastor Bryant, I take full accountability for my words. I apologize to you and the whole church community. What I did might be unforgivable, but I still want you to know that I'm sorry and it was not okay what I did. I would love to pray with you and hopefully we can work this out and maybe, just maybe, you can help me moving forward. I'm human and I made a big mistake with this one. You know, in looking at his apology, you know, I will say, somebody said he went from Ashley, right? He went from snatching to praising. Kev, the creator, says, so your apology is because you're afraid of legal action, not that you honestly feel remorseful. Listen, I was that part. That's the part that I was like, blasphemy or whatever that means. Here's the thing. Let's take a look at the analytic. Let's look the same way we analyze the other accountability. Let's analyze this one. Two things that I can at least appreciate. You got on a public platform and you disgraced, you blasphemed, or whatever that means, and you took things the furthest that they could possibly go. And so, at least, number one, the public disrespect did deserve a public apology. So we're going to give you props on that one. Not really props, but I'm going to at least say that was, that's the way it should go. And then number two, you know, I'm a fan of the I'm sorry, and then there's no real, like, I mean, I don't like an apology, but I think he did provide us with greater context as to what was going on. It sounds like he is afraid, and he was afraid and was wilding out. And I think that still now, more than ever, the public will want to know, well, dang, what did you really say? You know, because had you never said a word, we wouldn't have known anything. And nobody else, whoever you might be afraid of, or whatever ramifications you might have been afraid of, now they know. Now other people know that you have said some things, and those things are out there. Okay. So, you know, let this just be a lesson, you know, and I know most of y'all know this because I don't believe most of y'all doing this. But, you know, when you having a moment, you know what I'm saying, and you feel like you want to wild out on somebody, phone a friend. Okay? Phone a friend. I've written out sometimes responses to stuff that I felt like I was, you know, I wanted to get this, you know, get this off my chest. I'll write it out and then delete the whole thing. Because by the time I done got it out, I'm good.